What's going on, y'all? Gifted 39. I'm actually everyday life, putting away clothes. See? But I'm doing my thoughts video, so it's all good. Basically today, my thoughts. It's gonna be a multi-topic my thoughts here. Let me grab my book, because I write down the requests and everything. It's also one of my lyric books for those of y'all who follow my music. Give me a second. My thoughts today is on the presidential election and skinny jeans and the Marine Corps. Not the whole Marine Corps, but the ones who are in positions of power and don't help other Marines in need. Okay? Excuse me. Alright, first of all, presidential election. We all know it's just passed. Obama's in office again. Congratulations, Mr. President. I'm not necessarily an Obama supporter, but I'm not going to sit here and bash the man, because I already know that he has a very difficult job, and whatever problems were in place before him are still going to be there to be dealt with, and whatever problems happen while he's in office, he's got to deal with those too. So the presidency in general is one of those jobs that's there's always going to be issues. I mean, they're in charge of America, but they don't get to make as many of the outright decisions as we might think. So keep that in mind, people. Also, I used to vote for the presidency, cast my vote, whatever, but at the same time, you gotta understand, we as the American people, we vote for everything else, okay? But we don't really have a say in who becomes president. We vote for the Electoral College. We decide who's part of that, and they decide who our president is. Keep that in mind. All right. If you want to vote and feel like you're doing something, go ahead. But every other election that comes up, yeah, we do have a say. But as far as the presidency is concerned, and this goes back in history, do your history, read it up. It's in the textbooks. The Electoral College makes the actual say on who our president is. Okay. So once again, I'm not necessarily an Obama supporter, and it's not because I'm white. I was an Obama supporter the first time around. My wife, she's black, and she's not an Obama supporter, so this is not a race issue here, so don't get it twisted, y'all. Alright? This time around, sorry, I'm not. But I wasn't going for Romney either. I'm independent, so I always have been, always will be. I never have agreed with one side or the other in full. And yeah, I mean, yeah, true, when you do vote for the presidency, you have to pick a side, but that's all technicalities. Anyway, enough about that. That's my thoughts on the presidency. Skinny jeans. Honestly, I don't see anything wrong with skinny jeans as long as you don't go overboard like a lot of people like to do. Like these kids walking around with super skinnies, and that's just retarded, because super skinnies by definition are pretty much what females wear when they wear the tight jeans and everything. If you're a male in any age group and you're wearing jeans that are tighter than your girlfriend's jeans, we have a problem. If you're gay and you wear that stuff, I still think it's retarded, because you a male first. I'm just saying. If you're young, under a certain age, males, and you're wearing super skinny jeans, all that craziness, and you expect for your penis and testicles to grow, they're not. Because restriction is exactly what it is. It restricts the growth of whatever body part is being restricted. The Asian people use that for their to limit the growth of their feet. They used to bind their children's feet back in the day. I don't know if they do it so much now. But another thing, look in history. It's factual information. I'm not making this stuff up. Yeah. So having said all that, that's how I feel about skinny jeans. It's kind of how I discouraged my son when he was younger. When skinny jeans was the new thing, and everyone was wearing them. And he's like, "Dad, I want some skinny jeans." I was like, "Okay." I let him try them on, and he wanted to get the little tight jeans, and he figured out real quick they weren't comfortable. I asked him, I was like, "You're a boy, right?" He said, "Yes, sir." I said, Do you want to grow? And he was like, what do you mean? I just looked at him like, your boy, right? Yes, sir. Do you want to grow? And he kind of got it from there, like, oh. I was like, yeah, too much restriction is a bad thing. So that's how I feel about skinny jeans. I have a pair, but I'm a full-grown man, and mine are like more like garage band fit or whatever. They're like straight legs. I go for those. I don't really go for the skinnies and the super skinnies. And now on to the more serious topic of this, my thoughts, is Marine Corps. Got a lot of respect for the Marine Corps. My wife's in the Marine Corps currently. You know, she's serving our country. She's done her time. She's done her job. You know, and everybody, I know a lot of people in the Marines. But there's been quite a few Marines I've met in the past year or so that they're in positions of power, and they let it go to their head. If you sign up to do that job and you have Marines under you going through something and they come to you for help, don't sit there and call them a shitbag, excuse my language, but that's how they do it, for saying they need help. Because they're supposed to take it serious, even if the person is faking. Put them through all the proper tests, all the proper evaluations, all the proper therapy to let the professionals decide whether or not they're faking or not. Don't sit there and make them feel worse, and then you wonder why Marines are killing themselves. Part of the problem is the COs not doing what they're supposed to do. Alright? If you're gonna sign up to do that job, do it right. I don't care if you don't like what I'm saying. I'm keeping it 100 with you. Alright? That's my thoughts on that. And I feel very strongly about that for some personal reasons that I'm not going to disclose at this time. But if you're in the Marine Corps or any branch of the military and you have a position of power where you have people under you, and people under you are coming to you because they need help, because they're going through something, no matter what it is, it's not up to you to say whether or not they're faking. That's why there's professionals put in place, and you go through the proper channels, sending them where they need to go to. Now, if they're faking and they get caught, then that's on them. That's their problem. But if they're not faking, you told them that they were, or you don't believe them, or you don't do what you're supposed to do to get them help, and then they wind up killing themselves, it's going to fall back on you. Especially if they were asking for help and they didn't get the help that they needed. Understand what I'm saying? And you got families connected to these people. They're not just Marines. They're people. They're American citizens first. You know? You got people connected to these men and women who serve our country, and they're not getting the proper treatment that they deserve. Understand what I'm saying? It don't matter what our government says we have to do as far as war and all that stuff. War is always going to be a sad but true factor in this society, in this world, until the end of time. That's even in the Bible. Not gonna preach, I'm just saying. And the people who serve, the men and women who serve, a lot of them join up because of the old school reasons for serving the country is you want to protect and you want to serve and you want to give back on a broad scale. So much respect to those who do. I hope that, you know, I get my chance. It's looking like I might. Not gonna talk about that right now either, but I'm just gonna stick to my guns and how I feel about that. If you have a position of power in the Marine Corps or any branch of the military, and you're junior Marines or enlisted personnel underneath you, you know, somebody comes to you and says, "Hey, I'm dealing with this, I need some help," or they start reaching out. Reach back. Understand? You know, the way stuff is set up now, enough people complain, and enough people sadly lose their lives or wind up hospitalized forever or whatever. You know, it's going to cause you a bigger problem than you're willing to deal with. Trust me. Alright? That's all I got to say about that. But, so yeah, that's my multi-topic, my thoughts today. And, sorry I haven't been giving them to y'all like I planned, but, there you go. That's it. More coming soon. Get there now. Peace.